Good morning, everyone. I'm Jennifer Kolar with Atlas Assistance Dogs. We're on our third day here of the Abilities Expo, and we wanted to take this opportunity to tell you a bit more about our client dog certification program, if you're interested in training your own dog to be a service dog. So we're going to keep this one kind of brief so you can come by the booth and talk to us and ask us any of your questions, but feel free to also ask any questions while you're here. So our program is designed for somebody who already has a service dog already has a pet dog, I should say, that has a sort of basic foundation of obedience, kind of what you'd expect to pass for the Canine Good Citizen test. They don't have any significant behavioral challenges, and they're reasonably decent at walking on a leash, coming when called, things like that. They just have a solid foundation. And then we'll take you from there and work with you. Usually we want the dog to be at least 14 months of age. And then we will do an interview with you, do an in-person assessment to make sure we understand your needs and that we're a good fit for you. And then we'll put a customized training plan together and work with you over the period of 6 months or more, having one of our trained volunteer team facilitators meet with you at least every other week, going through teaching you how to self-advocate, teaching you and your dog the disabilities mitigating skills that you need, working with you so you feel confident and safe going through anywhere you would need to go day to day in life and in public, making sure you understand your rights, how to care for your dog, how to really advocate for both you and your dog. And then at the end of that 6-month period or more, if you need it, we have you take our public access test, which is your final certification test. After that, we have you recertify with us each year. And we also maintain contact throughout. We have Facebook groups of clients going through training as well as existing clients. We have regular office hours that clients going through training or existing clients can call into just to ask questions, to connect. We're really trying to build a community of support for people with disabilities working with their dogs. It's an incredibly affordable program. The typical cost is $675 for 6 months of support. The way we can do that is by using volunteers to work with you. Those volunteers may or may not be professional trainers, but they are supervised and guided by professional service dog trainers who will also be part of your team. So you can trust that you're getting the support and care you need, but with the help of volunteers. If you live in a location further away from us, we can look at potential other models that include travel or kind of more intensive sessions periodically. So we're open to that. Please talk to us. But our primary model is only $675 if you live in the region of one of our team facilitators. And you can look on our website to find out where. We're primarily on the West and East Coast with some people in the Midwest, and that's expanding all the time. Let me know any questions. One thing I will mention is we will work with people with any type of disability other than people that are, their primary disability is complete blindness, where they want a guide dog. In that case, we would refer you to one of the guide dog organizations. If challenges with sight are part of your disability, then we are absolutely happy to work with you. We also will work with any breed of dog, as long as they have the right temperament to do the skill, to do the work, they're happy in the settings that you're going to be taking them, and they're able to perform the tasks for you. And the other thing that's fundamental to us is all work we do will be done using only positive methods, both with you as the person, making sure we're recognizing your stress and that we're supporting you as well as possible, because it's a lot of work to train your own dog to be a service dog. And we know that. So we know our job isn't just to teach you and your dog skills. Our job is also to support you, to be your friend, to sit with you, to be your advocate, and really help you and your dog be as successful as possible. Does anybody have any questions? If you're interested in applying, you can simply go to our website and download our application packet. Everything you need is there. It'll talk about the vet information we need, the information we need from you, and the next steps. We try to make it as absolutely easy as possible for you. If you have trouble with the application, just contact us at info@atlasdog.org and let us know. One person asked, does the dog need to have basic training to begin with? Yes. So we would want your dog just to have a basic foundation of maybe training skills. So kind of being able to walk decently on leash, coming when called, basic fundamentals of downs and sits and some stays. They don't have to be perfected around distractions. They don't need to be something that dog can do in public and stressful environments, but just a basic foundation. We found that there's a lot of good resources for people to get basic foundational training in group classes, but there's not a lot of support for people to take it from there to train their dog to be a service dog. So we're trying to fit that niche where we're helping the most people possible. If your dog isn't at that level yet, let us know where you live, and then we can help you find some resources. Thank you for the question. Anybody else have any questions? Sure. So in terms of self-training versus a program dog, we have an excellent resource on our website actually that you can download that talks about whether training a service dog is right for you and the different approaches. If you're somebody who has a dog already or looks like you have a path to a dog, and we can also help you with that, and you feel that you're capable of doing the dog's training on your own, which involves work every single day, then self-training could be right for you. This can be hard for some people that live alone. It could be hard for some people, depending on your disability, to keep up with the needs of a dog. In some cases, we're finding that people can do self-training if you start with a slightly older dog, but couldn't with a puppy. And we have some new programs in place to support that. If you're somebody that really doesn't have the support system or wouldn't have the capabilities, don't feel you have the capabilities to do all the steps necessary to self-train a dog, that might involve being able to manage the environment, timing with handing them treats, being able to raise a puppy and get around and kind of navigate enough to do that. We recognize that that's not possible with some disabilities. Then a program dog is really probably a better fit for you, because in that case, you're getting an already trained dog who then can be transferred to you. You can be taught the skills on how to use them and work with that dog. So owner training is not right for everybody. That's not a reasonable thing for everybody to do, or it might be a reasonable thing depending on the age of the dog. So that's definitely something to very seriously consider, because it is a significant amount of effort. And it's usually, if you start with a puppy, about a 2-year time commitment. But I should say, if it is something you feel ready to do, and we can help you discuss that, the skills you gain because you are training your dog and the bond you gain with your dog are significant, and they will help you as your needs change over time to know how to adapt your dog much better than, say, if you have a program dog who, depending on the program, you may not know a whole lot about how they were trained, and you may not learn a lot of skills about how to modify their training. Some programs are phenomenal at providing that support. Others provide a little less. How does it work if the person with a disability is a child? Can they train? With our program, yes. If it's a program dog, it's going to really vary. In our program, the way it would work, depending on the age of the child and their disability or their capacities, typically what would happen is the primary trainer and handler would be the parent or caretaker. And that would be the person who was teaching the dog most of their skills. And then once the dog had a foundation of that skill, we would work with the child so they knew how to cue that dog and could refine those skills and work with the dog. In some cases, and this would apply equally well to an adult who may have a caretaker, that there could be a trio. It would essentially be the handler, the person with the disability, and the dog together have public access rights and together work as a team. And typically in that case, we are training whoever the main handler is how to work with the dog, and they're the ones that are doing most of the practice. And then when the dog has a baseline skill, at least in those areas, then we're transferring that to the actual client, working with and cueing the dog in most cases. And so children can be phenomenal handlers. I've seen children as young as 10 years old, 12 years old, do a great job handling dogs on their own in public. It really depends on the child and also the dog. Good questions. We'll give a few more seconds. If nobody else has any other questions, then we'll go back to our booth. And we really encourage you to come talk to us there. There's a lot of information on our website, a lot of resources to help you. If we want to make sure that a service dog is the right fit for you, or our program is the right fit for you. If not, we'll do our best to help send you down a different direction to support you. All right, I think we'll end our live stream there, and we look forward to seeing you at the booth. Thank you.